Hey everybody, look here. Yep, it's working just fine. So, welcome you guys. It's day 67 of my 90-day Facebook Live challenge, and I have a very, very, very special guest. I have Ms. Josi of Paint Pixie. Mr. Jerry dropped her off just a little bit. She's in town, and she's going to go join us tomorrow for our Friday night live party at Reclaimed Warehouse. And she's brought some brushes to give away, and she's going to participate and just have a great time with us.
Yep.
And so since she had some free time today, she stopped by the house, and I've challenged her to finger paint. Forget the brush today.
No brushes.
No brushes. So we're going to finger paint today. And she says, I think I can do a vase. And she bought my very first finger painting.
Yes.
I did it on a live with the black background. Hi, Carmelina. And so she's going live over here on her phone as well. Are we on Paint Pixie?
We are.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Samantha. Lori, hi, Lori.
Sorry about that, guys. So anyway, we're just super fun, excited, and we know that several of you are arriving in town today and driving up. Several of you are flying in tomorrow, all for the party tomorrow. We still have 2 tickets available. If anybody's interested, you can totally go to theturquoiseiris.com and grab your spot. But Josie and I are going to entertain you guys for the next few minutes, and I've challenged her to finger paint, and
I can do this.
I have no doubt you're going to rock it. You're going to totally rock it. So we're using DIY paint. It's basically the paint that I always use, and I have no problem with putting it on my hands or my fingers. So do you have a nice manicure?
Oh, no, I don't.
No?
I should have cut my nails before I came.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get started on a bouquet.
All right.
So I usually like to just start with a little bit of a background.
Can I just turn this
You turn it however you want, and you guys, we might be in your way for a few minutes, but we'll get out of the way. I kind of love to start with Golden Ticket and add a little bit to the background. So I'll slop a little bit on my canvas, and I'll hand it over to you, Josie. And you don't have to do what I do. You can totally go off on your own, whatever feels right. Because, Matt did Sylvester.
Yeah, I think I'll let Matt keep Sylvester.
You think? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. No idea for a Sylvester, huh? We could do a Christmas tree, but I think we'll just do a fun little bouquet.
I would love that.
Okay, I'm going to let you have some of that.
Okay, and you're just...
Yep, I just basically clean my hands off. And all of a sudden I turn into a 5-year-old. Yay, my Marlis is there. Hi guys, hi Jeanette. So Josie's already in town. I basically just clean my fingers off, and then I'll grab the water and let it just kind of drip a little bit.
All right, so I do want you to know, because
yes,
she probably didn't notice, but she probably did. All right. One thing we've learned in the Creative Connection class is when you go live, you do whatever, you should put a little makeup on. So in honor of Dion, I put a little makeup on. I even have a little lipstick.
Oh, I noticed how pretty you looked. I did notice your makeup, but I didn't know you did it for me.
I am learning to put a little makeup on now.
Do you not put makeup on at home?
No. I am learning to, though. Even for my live on Tuesday, I actually put makeup on. My family has agreed with you that when we go live, we should look professional.
We take it serious. What happens is I want everyone to know that I take it serious. As in, if I'm going to go to church, I'm going to get you do things that I just want you guys to know that I take it serious, and so I take myself serious, and I want you to take me serious. So since it's something that's important to me, I try to amp it up a little bit, but I always put makeup on.
Well,
so you just smear it.
I can tell you why I probably don't. Because when I was in management in Nordstrom for 10 years, right?
Okay, yes.
And we had to wear makeup every day. We had to do our hair. We had to wear nice clothes, that whole bit. And I think after doing that for 10 years, the makeup part, I think and then I got into the paint world.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, who's going to see me today? I closed myself up in somebody's room while I'm painting. So those are my excuses.
Those are excuses because guess what? I've put makeup on for the last 42 years and I'm still putting it on.
My daughter Melissa is the same way. She always has this beautiful face on, the makeup. She's got these almond-shaped eyes because her father's Filipino, so I think it has something to do with some Asian influence they have in their family. And so she's got that perfect eyeliner, that cat eye,
You know what? She probably enjoys putting on makeup. I've always enjoyed it. There's an art, and I enjoy it.
She does.
I haven't been makeupless at school once this year, says Laura.
Brushes here. Oh, wait. Okay. Amanda, you can buy them on my website. I ship to the UK, and I've got the UK set up. You can buy on, I don't have her link. I don't have Dion's link.
We forgot to grab the link.
We
were like this beforehand.
Yes, but yes, we ship to the UK. And if we don't have, if you're from, right now we do Sweden, Switzerland, some weird countries, Italy, UK, Australia, Canada, because as I get people from other countries asking, I can add them. They have to be added manually.
Really?
Yeah, Shopify doesn't say, just pick all the countries in the whole world, but the UK is on there.
Well, I just like that you call them weird countries personally.
Oh, no, I just say that.
You go, I don't know, some weird countries. I'm like, she didn't mean that literally, like okay? That. She didn't mean they were weird.
No. This is what happens when you go live. You're a little nervous.
Okay, so
I like that.
If you want to clean, yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Yep, you're good. I'm just going to make a little bit of a table. Weird countries.
I did not mean that. Maybe I meant to say Shopify has this weird thing and makes me add all the countries. They do. So I get messages all the time from people all over the world. And if they say, do you ship to Sweden? I go into Shopify real quick, I add Sweden, and then I answer them back and I say, I
do. Thanks for asking. That's awesome. So there you have it, people. Paint Pixie ships anywhere.
Yes.
Just ask. That's all you got to do.
Exactly.
Thank you, Lori. I'm actually looking for my affiliate link. So if they order from I don't sell the brushes on my website.
I don't know how to.
But I'll get it. I'll get it pinned here as soon as the video's over. Hi, Stacy. So we are playing today in person. This is Josi Seifger. I say it right?
It's Seifger.
As soon as I do that,
you know why? It's the way it's spelled. We were learned in school, I before E is Seif. But in this case, maybe because it's a German name, you say Seifger instead of Seifger.
Seifger. For those of you wondered, it's Seifger, but it's I-E.
Yeah.
All right, you done with glue?
Yeah.
All right, sis. So we're going to do our base now. Do you want to clean?
No, do I need to? I have my apron.
She has on her apron. I'm not going to wear one. All right, so you do have some peeps over here. Hi, Amy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to work on a vase, and so let's just kind of do the outline with a little bit of black. And I'm going to kind of do mine off-centered.
Okay.
And let's see, do we want a skinny or a fat one?
I'm thinking it's a shorter, maybe we better do a fat one?
Do a fat one?
What do you think? Because I went shorter on my canvas too. So.
That's good. That's good. Nothing against anything.
So mine, you're going to laugh.
No, I'm not.
My next, well, I'm going to tell you what I did. If I show you the picture, you'd really laugh. But you couldn't judge. Okay. For Christmas Day, we have to wear ugly Christmas sweaters.
Yes.
And we do not own any. So my next live on Tuesday is going to be showing how to paint. It's not really so much ugly, but it's more humorous on sweatshirts.
Oh, awesome.
And Jerry already has his concept, so I did this, I didn't even do the mirror image of yours. I did a mock-up on an old sweatshirt I had, because we had to go out and buy new sweatshirts for this
Yeah.
week. And
hi, Purple Posy. J-Po's here.
Hey, J-Po. Yeah, Jerry decided he wanted a snowman in a Speedo.
In a Speedo. That's Jerry's alter ego.
In a Speedo. And we've got his little cape, and we had to put the S on the Speedo. And then I ended up doing a dead Christmas tree.
Put an S on Speedo. There's only one place for the S to go.
I know. That's why I said no judging. No judging.
There's only one place you can put an S on a Speedo, honey. It's going to be interesting, Josie.
And then we made and then I made him wear the snowman with the mask.
Awesome. I can't wait to see it. You're going to show us on Tuesday. Everybody put that in your calendar. Tuesday. It's going to be Las Vegas time.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Hilarious.
trying to come up with the concept of mine. I don't know yet. I want to do a snowman also, but it won't be in a Speedo.
You don't want to put her in a bikini?
No. I don't know. Oh, that's an idea. No, I have this concept. But we'll see.
Okay. Well, I'm anxious to see it. That's pretty good stuff, girl.
Jerry's,
this one's a little bit smaller, but I feel like we're gonna just splatter a little bit over here, and I'm not gonna get it on my britches.
Well, and if you do, it washes out.
It washes out even. That's exactly right.
And I don't know if people know this. Even after it dries, if it doesn't wash out, take some rubbing alcohol.
Rubbing alcohol.
And it will also, rubbing alcohol will take latex paint out also.
There you have it.
Pretty fresh.
Tips and tricks from Josi
Yeah.
Seifker.
And I'm going to tell you why I know this.
Tell me, what'd you do?
Years ago, when I was a contractor, one of my employees, we were walking up some stairs with a can of paint that I did not put the lid on.
Oh my stars.
And she tripped because it was dark going up. It was a house that was just being built. She tripped over the top step and half a gallon of paint
Oh no.
spilled.
Oh no, there's nothing good. There's
Thank
nothing.
goodness, no. It was a vacation home. So to this day, those people don't even know that we spilled half a gallon of paint. We sopped it up with bottles of alcohol. We got it while it was still wet. We had a Stanley steamer come in and clean. She brought her own.
Well, as long as you got it cleaned up,
We
I
did.
mean, there was no point in telling them.
And and the only thing, the reason we had to have, like, especially Heather, we had to have the whole carpets upstairs. It was a loft with a few bedrooms,
Oh my.
right? And it was that expensive carpeting that has like a, I think they call
Sculpture?
it yes,
Sculpture.
yes.
Oh my goodness.
So the only reason we ended up having to have all the rooms cleaned is because where we cleaned it ourselves left a watermark.
Oh.
But once we had the whole carpet cleaned, it took the watermark out. And you
Wow.
could never tell.
Can never tell. Thanks the
So,
Lord. So
rubbing alcohol
gets paint out.
Okay, so wait. I didn't spatter. Oh, I see. You're doing.
Yeah, these things have to just, delicately fall to the table as if the leaves were just falling. And so we can put a little over here just for some little color and reflection.
And I took your green.
No, you're good. No, you're good. I'm going to give you the mint chip next.
Okay.
Because I really like to highlight with the mint. So you're just fine.
Spattered.
You gotta get it, and then you gotta flick it that way.
Like this? No.
Yeah, flick it. There it is! Woo! Josie, get after it, girl.
Oh, okay. Like these are too, maybe once with the midship, I'll fix these after.
You can tell I'm a baseball mom because I'm like, nope, we need a fast pitch. We don't need any of these curveballs you're throwing out. I need a fast pitch.
Funny.
That's looking great.
Little leaves, and then I'll.
The best thing about a bouquet is, right, that it never has to match on either side. Like,
No.
it gets to totally be organic and almost unnatural. That's the best part. Okay.
All right, so this is the first time since elementary school I finger painted.
Perfect.
You know, did you watch Rachel Hollis's video? I posted it on my page, and I know you follow her too. Yesterday, I don't know how old the video is, but I just found it yesterday, and I posted. It was the one on failure.
Yes,
Getting
I have
to
watched
success.
it. I have watched it. It's not necessarily a failure.
Yeah, and I have this fear of failure,
Sure.
which I think we've talked
Sure.
about that in private.
Yes.
And so that's why I think I have not finger painted. When you gave us the challenge, I wanted to. And I really was so afraid of failing. And so I kept telling myself, oh, you'll get to it. So that's why when you asked if I would finger paint today, I'm like, you know what, yes.
You're like, yes, I can.
I
Because
need to.
there's no such thing as failing when you're painting. And
No, there
especially with
isn't.
finger painting, there is no rules here. There's no rule book here. This is just, yep, right there. Look, it
And
looks
then
fine.
you had mint
I
chip.
had mint chip right there. It's almost gone. You
Okay.
have to. But there's definitely no rule, especially to the finger painting. There's not a way I can even teach other than just put the color where you feel like it needs to go. Flowers, they grow wild. They grow on their own and organically. So you just play with it. But I am actually going to see Rachel Hollis.
I heard you say that.
I bought my ticket, and I guess I'm going by myself.
Where is she? When's this?
It's in June in Minneapolis.
Where?
Minneapolis.
Oh, really? Oh, I heard tickets sold out.
It sold out in 27 minutes. I don't know how I got one.
Wow.
Because I got my email kind of late, and somehow I end up with a ticket. 3,400 tickets sold in 27 minutes, and there were a lot of upset people that they didn't get a ticket. And I'm sitting here going, how did I get one? Like, I don't understand how I got one.
I missed out on the one in Austin last year because we were traveling. Oh, what am I thinking? I'm going to because I was thinking, I'd go with you, but I knew the tickets would be sold out by now. I'm going to be in Italy.
She's doing another one in July. So if you don't know who we're talking about Rachel Hollis. Yes, she is following directions better than Matt. You are exactly right.
Should I be squirting water?
Yes.
Okay, and letting it.
Yeah.
Drip a little.
Spray some more.
Okay.
So anyway, she said that because it sold out so quickly, they were committing to doing another one in July, but they haven't picked a city yet because they're trying to find
maybe
where.
If do I have to? When you said you didn't get the email, so I need to go sign up for something.
You have to be on her email list.
I'll have to do that. Maybe in July, depending on where it's. Well, yeah, I guess depending on where it's at, maybe I can go.
Well, I talked with Chrissy Huff, who's from Rimporium, and there you go. Yeah. And she said it was just for her business, it inspired her more than anything else last year. And she said, I came home, I felt like I came home different than I went. And so I just thought, I'm not missing it. And as far as I know, I'm flying by myself, staying with I have no thing, yeah. I'm also going to Jennifer Allwood's in May. I'm excited about that one too. Our tickets are not sold out.
Right, in January you're going to...
January I'm going to the Booth Biz conference in Memphis. Yes, I'm excited about that. I'm going to push myself to do things I haven't done before.
Yeah,
that's tough.
It is,
but I'm going to do it. So all I'm going to do with this little navy is I'm just going to highlight while the flowers are setting up a little bit because they're kind of pretty thick and chunky. I'm going to come in with a little Hey Sailor and just highlight my stems a little and just kind of give them a little bit of depth.
Oh, okay. They almost look like hydrangeas.
I have a tendency to try to make them look like hydrangeas.
I
love the big blooms. Like I'm obsessed with big.
Yeah, we can't grow them in Vegas because it's so hot. So I used to paint them when people would have me do landscapes or whatever, but never finger paint it.
What was your favorite medium? Were you painting acrylic?
Acrylic, and because of the type of style I did, I bet many people out there know Donna Dewberry. She had developed a style called the one stroke. Okay. And it's where you load your brush. One side is the actual paint color you want to use. The other side is either going to be your highlight or your shadow.
Okay.
And with that technique, the best paint to use on that was folk art acrylics. Okay. I tried many other ones, but folk art has just the right, I don't know, thickness, velocity, whatever you want to call it. And that was always my favorite. And the brushes, it's funny how we know this because we're painting, right?
Yeah.
Certain brushes work like brands. There is a difference.
Yes, there is a difference.
So the folk art brand of brushes worked better than maybe just a generic Walmart Michaels brand. Gotcha. So you paid a little more, but it made all the difference in the world.
Yeah,
so
it definitely does. I was a stickler. I was slow to try fancy brushes, Josie. Not that yours are like considered fancy, but I was slow to the game. I wanted my dollar chip brushes, and then just trying your brushes Oh my goodness.
Well,
it was a whole different ballgame. I didn't even know it was going to happen.
Well, the one thing,
it's awesome, girl. You're looking good. So you need some petticoat now.
yeah, and I'm trying not to
Just to kind of. Yeah, it can't be perfectly balanced.
No,
There's no
I know.
such thing, right?
I know, I've got to cut.
There's a little bit of.
And yet I'm not an OCD person, but whoa, sorry.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
We're crammed in here in my little tiny space together, you guys. Thanks for joining us too. We are. We just thought it would be fun to come on here and paint together.
And I told you on this before we went live. This is a check mark off my bucket list.
Aww.
She's like, "You wanted to paint with me?" I'm like, "Yeah." Except I never thought I'd be painting live with you.
Oh, you thought it'd be just a video?
Yeah, I did. I thought
She's here.
maybe you'd invite me to just go on live with how we do from home.
And we could paint on furniture if I had any, but I don't even have any. You see that there's no furniture here. I don't even have any to paint. I've got to get after it. After my Friday Night Live party, I've got to get connected and get some pieces here.
I've been working on pieces that I own at home,
Yeah.
so that I can try to show something if I'm doing something.
Yeah.
And Jerry, who's Mr. Pixie, for those of you who don't know him, he has even said to me, if you have to go out and buy furniture, I said, I have plenty at home that I can be painting.
Yeah. But you could still go buy a few pieces, huh?
Yeah, if I wanted to. Yeah, if I wanted to.
Of course, sure.
You know what the problem is? Then I'd have to sell them because I don't need it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I'm just more willing to paint what I have.
Yeah.
For now.
And it's also fun to update something in your own home, isn't it?
And that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm updating these pieces
Yeah.
that I never took time to paint. When we built our house, we moved in 11 years ago, Tuscan was really big.
Yeah.
So we've got more the dark Tuscan
kind of the old world Tuscan style.
Look. And now it's time to paint it and update it.
Update it and add some color.
Now, did you squirt your flowers?
I did, just a little bit. I don't like dark pink or red dripped, but it does. It doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't look.
Oh, and I forgot
too bad.
See, I like how you've got your little petals falling. All right.
Yep. And then we're gonna have some yellow wispy things in here.
I'm gonna have to buy some paint from you tomorrow at the party. You all need to come to the party. You're missing out if you don't.
I know. We're gonna have a great time.
It's gonna be so much fun. And then something that, or somebody Q introduced me to that just has become, I haven't met him, is Andy Arnold. Andy's chairs.
Yes, Andy's chairs.
I have, I think he is such an inspiration.
Yeah.
And I get to meet them in January.
You do?
Yeah, Kara's doing a fundraiser with his mom for the disabled veterans. Because it turns out I didn't know that, well, of course I wouldn't know it, but he's got a brother that's disabled. And his mom's doing a fundraiser, helping with the fundraiser. Okay. So Kara is doing in January, going to help out with the fundraiser. And even if I wasn't in Texas, I'd fly there. But we'll be in Texas in January. So Jerry and I are going to drive up to Dallas, where they're going to do it, or Fort Worth.
So she's talking about Andy's chairs.
Yes.
You can follow them on Facebook or Instagram. And he has just started his own business. He's a lot of fun to watch. But he likes doing chairs specifically. And he also likes our DIY paint.
Yes.
So I'm going to give you...
Oh, I didn't do the navy.
I did navy. Just, you have to keep it a little bit balanced. And so adding a little bit of some dark... Oh, I'm so sorry, but your hands are already dirty, so what's it matter? So I have found that I end up using the side of my finger or almost my fingernail sometimes.
Oh, okay.
When I'm wanting wispy, I'll go in like sideways with it too. Just so it doesn't come out like so chunky.
And what are you doing, just to add a little...
Thanks, Laura. There's so many people on here that we're going to see tomorrow. I'm excited. Michelle Rapogel cannot wait to hug your neck.
I can't wait too. Oh, why does yours? Oh, maybe once I put my.
Well, and you may need more water. I don't know.
I just feel like.
And it's just fine. You're doing a great job,
I just feel like it's too planned. Oh, Josie, I feel like, okay, I'm not going to stress. It's just paint. I tell people all the time, right? It's just paint.
Yeah, and you can kind of envision the petals, the shape of them. Yeah,
Put
form them. It's a little bit different when there's a camera on you and some people, right? It's a little different.
It is.
Trust me if you don't know, it is.
Okay, mine are more shaped. I decided to change the shape of mine to more like a
You go for it, girl.
a petal, a flower petal.
And I like that. That looks really good.
I will never be able to paint like the turquoise iris.
Oh,
so I cannot.
I bet you will.
Well, you know, that's just it. Is we all have our own styles.
That's right.
And that's
you
what
gotta you gotta paint like Josi. Don't paint like you are.
Exactly.
Paint like Josi.
And sometimes just find your own style just takes practice too.
That's right, girl.
That's why it saddens me when I see people beat themselves up when they can't do the Dion.
Oh,
or they
me
can't.
too.
Because I think you're here, all those big names out there, I think you're all here for inspiration to us, but you encourage us to find our own style. But I think,
Absolutely.
Don't beat yourself up if you can't. You don't need to copy, just find your own style, but use their style for inspiration. All right, so.
So those are just like wispy things.
Oh, okay.
Wherever you want them, and then you can just spray the fire out of them.
All right.
I thought I saw that Paint Pixie is sponsoring Andy's Chairs
I
with
am.
Brushes.
I
So wonderful, says Deborah Hankins.
Oh, thanks, Deborah. We are. If you watched Andy, you know he's Down syndrome, but very high functioning. And they don't want to use that as a disability because it's not. Our thought at Paint Pixie, our family, is, we're not feeling sorry for anyone because there's nothing to feel sorry about, right?
Right.
What we feel we're doing is we're investing in his future. Because I love it when I watch that live with Q. What he'll tell you, it's his heart's desire. So we're investing in his future. It has nothing to do with anything else than that.
Yeah, exactly.
But yet there's something about him, maybe his innocence,
Maybe.
right?
Yes.
That my heart is so full.
Yes.
And I already feel like I have so much love for this kid.
Very warm and touching.
He's the age of my oldest grandson.
Oh.
And I think, Anthony's productive. He's not a lazy kid at all, or young man. But I see so many kids just want their Game Boys or want to do whatever. They're not involved in sports, right? And then you see, that's why I think Andy is an inspiration. Could be an inspiration to those young people, not just men, young girls, right?
Right.
That to show that, you know what? Anybody can do anything.
I think that about you and I. If we can do what we're doing, anybody can.
Well, who would have known?
Just because I think about struggles that you've gone through, struggles that I've gone through.
Yeah. And one thing I never told in my story?
What?
And yet it's so important because I love angels. 2 years ago this month, I think it was on the 15th, I got into a car accident on the freeway, rush hour traffic. I should have died. I should have gotten hit by a car. Never told because it's funny. Yes, I was driving. I had my shop still. And I had, all right, ladies, you can relate to this. I had enough time before the store opened that I could go to Hobby Lobby.
We can relate.
So I get off my exit, and I already know the next exit doesn't have a real exit lane. Cars are literally on the freeway, right?
Yeah.
So because I know this, I always get into my middle lane. So I passed my, the exit after my house, where I exit on the freeway, I should say. Exiting onto the freeway is this big van. And I'm watching them from the corner of my eye because you're still thinking they're going to drift, come in, try to get in if they're not looking. Well, that's exactly what this guy did. He starts drifting into my lane. I panic, and I kind of steered left sharp and realized, oh my God, I'm in rush hour traffic. There's a car next to me. So then I overcompensate. I go right at this time, we collide.
Oh.
And at this time, he's ahead of me, so I hit his back, the back of his van. Well, I bounced off, and I hit him again. Now, I think what's probably happening at this point, something's happening anyway, because all of a sudden, when I bounced off, and I think I must have turned my steering wheel, right?
Right.
I did a 360 on the freeway. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I am the type, I panic. I'm like that type that any little thing I'm, right?
Right. Yeah, I got that syndrome.
Yeah. Well, what happened, as soon as I start turning, and it's like time stops, I got so calm. I mean, calm. And I even said to myself, wow, Josie, you're really calm. And I made that 360, and nobody hit me. I could just feel the presence of angels, of God, whatever it was, because I believe in guardian angels.
Yeah.
And I still had my foot on the accelerator the whole time. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I realized, I'm like, why am I still going so fast after I turned?
Yeah.
Because I realized my foot was still on the accelerator.
You still had your foot on there.
And you know what? All this happens in seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that had to have happened in just like
in
1,
seconds.
2, 3.
And because by the time I realized I needed to get off the accelerator, the van had already pulled off the freeway where the exit after his, where he got on, would have been. So what are we talking, a mile maybe?
Yeah.
Waiting. And a car waiting with him, probably to make sure we're all okay, whatever. In my mind, honestly, I should have died.
Wow.
You know, thinking logically, someone would have hit you. You're in the middle of rush hour traffic doing a 360. And my angels.
You felt like your angels were protecting you, your guardian angel.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. But you were calm through that.
I was. Like a calm that I have never ever felt in my whole
Because that's not
life.
normal behavior for you to
No.
be calm through something like that.
No, and I can tell you, there's been a change in me since then.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't explain it, but I can feel the change.
Yeah.
I feel like I've never been a religious person. I mean, you know, I'm Jewish. My mom raised us to be Jewish. But after she passed, you know, you do things for your parents out of respect. Go to church,
Right.
go to synagogue, okay.
Right.
So I just, I don't know, I just feel more spiritual now.
Well, after going through something like that, where you
Yeah,
felt
right.
there was a present, you didn't survive
Yeah.
that on your own.
No.
Your skills at driving are not that
Oh, God,
amazing.
no. I
Is
hate
what
to
you're
drive.
saying, right?
No.
And so you're saying something else got you through that.
It did. It did.
And
So,
now you have a faith that you didn't have before.
Yes. And so please, everybody, believe in miracles. That's why I love the word believe. You have to believe things happen. Miracles happen.
Yes.
And yeah, and that's a part of my story.
Absolutely.
I realized when I was in boot
I
camp.
interviewed her, and then she's also told her story multiple times, and I've interviewed her as well, but she left that part out of the story, and it just occurred to her that she hadn't shared that with us. Hi, Kara, honey, I'm glad you're here. Josie just mentioned you, dear. All right, where is my metallic? Yeah, that's something, Josie, and certainly glad that you are here. My goodness.
Yeah, that's why Jerry is he's always been so really, really supportive, but when he sees, you know, I survived cancer, then I survived an accident like that where we totaled my car, you know, but I walked out with no bruises or anything. The only thing is, and thank goodness I could fix them. I was wearing a pair of Maui Jims.
Oh,
the most expensive sunglasses I've ever bought, right? $250. And one of the lens popped out. I guess from the impact they fell out.
Sure.
And I look at my Maui Jims, I'm like, oh no, out of everything that had to break. But I was able to pop the lens back in.
Oh my
it's
goodness. Definitely the Maui Jims were better than the head or anything, right? Oh my goodness. Well, I just know that you inspire me on a daily basis, Josie, and I've told you this
Thanks.
before. And you try to throw all this stuff back to me, and I tell you, I would not be using products that weren't good. And I have to have things, like I feel like I'm using the highest quality paint possible.
Yes.
I feel like that's what I'm using, and I'm going to go after the brushes as well. My expectations are a lot higher than they used to be. So I use the products because I believe that they're so wonderful, not just because, I had never met you.
No.
And I had never met you, and I just loved your products, and I was like, I'm all in. I'm all in with Paint Pixie.
Here we go again, another story Dion knows, but maybe many of you don't because I'm just building my following right now, or you don't belong to or you're even new to the Turquoise Iris Creative Connection group. When I joined the group a year ago, September, I was on vacation, and I always admired Dion's talent. And I saw where she was selling her tutorials, and she was selling what I thought was a staging tutorial. So I thought, I'm going to join this. I'm going to buy this tutorial rather than join. I'm going to buy this tutorial. Well, what I soon found out after I got my receipt or whatever, I had just joined her group. And I thought, and her group's not expensive.
No, it's just $26 a month. Yeah.
So that's why I thought it was still the tutorial I was buying.
Because the tutorials were $25.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
That's why.
So I end up joining the group, and I said to myself, Josie, no. You know how they do that? Okay. I did say this to myself. Okay, so you know what? You'll stick around for a month. Yeah, what the heck? You've just paid for it.
Yeah, see what you learn.
Right, see what you learn. And I was able to watch your videos that you used to post on there, all that.
Mm-hmm.
So at the time, I had closed my shop, like the year prior, but I had a bunch of brushes left, another brand that I was selling that Jerry had encouraged me just to keep ordering and selling, but they weren't coming. I couldn't buy them direct. And he said, you know what, if you sell them half of what you sold them for in your shop, you're still making money, Josie. You can ship from anywhere, whatever. So was that other brand. And that's what you started using.
That's what I started using.
What happened is you messaged me, said, I heard you sell paintbrushes. I think Debbie told you.
I didn't even know that. I don't remember that.
I could have swore. Well, something happened. I said, let me send you the 3 that I offer to see what you like. So I sent those because I didn't want you just to order some and then not like the site. Right?
Yeah. I was just thinking I gotta step up my game because I was doing tutorials and I felt like I was gonna be judged. I remember thinking they're gonna judge me because I'm using the dollar store, shipping one, so I got to get a real brush. So I was like, there's these ones from this
made in Italy too.
Made in Italy. So that's how I contacted you, I'm assuming.
Or maybe as part of the group, or something happened where somebody knew, because I would never assume it would be okay to sell the brushes on the group.
Right.
So you're promoting the brushes. When somebody asked, you're like, oh, well, Josie sells them. So before I knew it, I was selling out of that brand. And Dion was just promoting the heck out of them. Well, I'm still part of the group. It's been over a year. So what I used to say was a coincidence. No coincidence. I was meant to be part of this group that you have.
I needed you.
And
I was needed brushes, and
right?
You said you needed me, and so we needed each other.
See, that's what I mean. I think, right? I think God, he puts people together in subtle ways. Things happen in subtle ways.
But you have to be looking.
Have you heard?
Isn't that the key? Like, if you're not looking, he's going to find someone else.
Well, I love my Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
So
everybody loves Hallmark.
I'm so behind because
You're fine. You're just chit-chatting. I use a little bit of that just for some fun color.
Love what you did.
And I just kind of
color. So in one of the Hallmark movies, I think it was, they were telling a story about there was a guy stuck in a snowstorm, and he broke down or whatever. His vehicle broke down. And a gentleman in a sleigh, not Santa Claus, just a gentleman in a sleigh, comes by and offers his help. And the guy says, no, I'm waiting, basically he had prayed to God, please come help me. He says, no, God's going to answer my prayer. So time goes by, the snow drift gets taller, and another person comes by in a sleigh offering help, and the gentleman goes, nope, I have faith, God's going to help me. I don't need it, thank you. Well, now the snow
These two guys were in sleighs?
Yeah, but they weren't Santa.
I know, but I'm saying,
yes.
I feel like help was right there.
Exactly. Now the snow's up to his neck. A third person comes by in his sleigh, offers help, and he goes, no, I'm waiting for God. I prayed. God's going to come and save me. Well, the obvious happened. The guy dies because the snow got over his head, right? He's in front of God in the pearly gates, and he says to God, God, why didn't you help me? I prayed for help. And God said, I sent you help 3 times. You just didn't take it. So, like Dion said, in subtle ways, look for those that help.
Those opportunities.
The opportunities, the
but
help.
you have to be willing to
Yes.
take the jump and to trust.
Yep.
You have to.
Yep. And then just
With not knowing the outcome. You don't have to know the outcome.
No. And I'm gonna use water for my before you do it. Yep. So
you have to be willing to make the leap and the jump, and the outcome doesn't matter. You just need to make the jump and just have faith. That's what you mean.
That's it, exactly. And I started Paint Pixie because the other company wouldn't private label for me, and the truth is, it was a blessing, because we started to find issues with the other company. I've replaced brushes even now. The quality wasn't good, and it used to be, because I was selling them for years, and something happened.
Yeah.
But
they can change things and not tell you.
And that's the one thing with the new manufacturing. Nothing is ever perfect. I've replaced a couple of ours.
Yeah.
Nothing is perfect. But
it's just human error.
That's the one thing I discussed with him was, if we have an issue, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Okay.
And he says, don't worry, we will take care of it. And he wants to know, this is a small family we deal with in Italy. We met them, you know that.
Yeah, you went to see them and meet them.
And we're going back this year too. Super exciting.
You're going to take the girls this time.
We are. My daughters work for us. And so we want them to see where the brushes are made. We want them to meet the family. And
that just helps build trust.
Yes.
That helps build trust and community, even though they're both small family-owned businesses. And there's no reason why you can't connect like that. That just makes it even that more special, I think.
And what we want Melissa to do, so anybody who could offer me help on this, I truthfully would love to get in some kind of paint magazine or something to get our name out there.
Sure.
So Melissa, who's our photographer daughter, is going to we're going to be shooting in the factory, shooting pictures, meet the family.
Awesome.
And then when we get back, it's her job to write up whatever it is for us to try to get into publication about the brushes, about the family, so that everybody knows that they're supporting. I know our small family business, and everything comes from small family businesses around the world. We try to support and be kind, and
you are living proof of that, because you're here supporting me. You didn't have to come, but you chose to come.
No,
you made
right.
it work it into your business and your life.
Yeah.
And you went to Anissa's, and you are planning other things in January, and you are a walking testimony to that.
Thank you. I want so much to empower women, and let everybody know that but we all have to support each other when we can.
Absolutely.
You know, again, I'm so lucky to have a husband like Jerry that when you said you're putting your tickets for sale, I looked at him, I said, I'm buying a ticket, I'm going to Oklahoma. He's like, yeah, go, you should go. When Anissa put her, said she was opening her studio and having a party, I said to Jerry, we were actually supposed to go to Utah, and I was going to try to hook up. Jamie doesn't know this. I was going to try to hook up with Jamie Ray and Zeb.
Oh.
And it was the week, literally a couple days before Anissa. So I told Jerry, you know what, you go to Utah in business. That's why I was going to follow him. I am going to fly into Kansas for the day, for the night.
Now, I didn't use Summer Crush.
Oh, what did you use?
I have, this right here is just my copper.
Oh, I thought it was Summer Crush.
But you can use it. I use it all the time.
You know what I do? I love
Go
Summer
for
Crush
it.
mixed with...
Yes, with the kissing booth.
Except it probably just... I just made a big mess. I'll put kissing
You're
booth
wanting
on
to
it.
be too perfect, girl. Get it go. Let it go.
Okay, let it go.
Let it go, girl. Mix the colors.
Right. Because Kissing Booth and Summer Crush are so pretty.
Are so pretty together. You are so right.
And afterwards, I'll go back with some Kissing Booth. Yeah, so I want, and that's why I'm going to go to Kara's, to the fundraiser, where I'm going to paint a chair.
Awesome.
I'm actually going to buy a chair from Andy. He's going to paint one for me. On me.
See, that's what I mean.
It's so much fun for me.
You're just good at paying it forward, Josie.
I'm trying, Dion, because
you don't even
I
have
have
to
people
try.
like
It's natural
you,
for you.
Debbie Beard also, when I was closing my shop, I didn't have to close it, but Jerry asked me to because he was traveling so much. I remember I texted Debbie a call. I waited a couple days before I called her because Debbie's been a friend for several years, and I wanted to wait because I didn't want to cry. Well, of course, the minute she gets on the phone, I'm bawling like a baby. I gotta close my shop, and she's like, Josie, it's okay. God has a plan for you. We don't know what it is yet. And that was in 2015 or 16. Oh, that was 16. I'm thinking I moved shops in 15. He has a plan. Don't worry. And so we would text each other. She always says he has a plan. I guess this is the plan.
It's a good one.
And it's a great plan.
I like it.
It's a great plan.
Trust the plan, right?
Trust the plan.
Hi, Kenise. Kara says, hi, Josie, you are the best. Kenise says, Josie is awesome. See, you've got all these cheerleaders here. Look how fabulous her artwork is.
I didn't realize it's after 3:15.
Oh, it is?
Yes, that's because I've been chit-chatting too much.
Well, we're about to roll on out. Mr. Jerry's about to pick her up. I'm going to head to the grocery store and buy all the food for tomorrow's Friday Night Live party. We so appreciate you guys joining us. I will be back tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Central Time with all the people for the Friday Night Live with all the people. Yes. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for being here today. Bye.